Durant, Victor Wembanyama. They lead their squads into their first game of group play. Now, KD spoke at shoot-around this morning about the Rockets' first-ranked offense. Let's take a listen together.
I think we've done a great job of making ourselves available when they double outbeat myself. Guys are making plays out of it, so teams continue to implement that type of defense even when we aren't. Myself, I'm not involved in the game offensively. Maybe I'm not making a lot of shots, and they still want to implement that double, that help type of defense, and we got to continue to just keep making a play forward.
All right, so now here with our senior writer, Tim McMahon, who is covering these two teams for us. Howdy, Tim.
Howdy, Malika.
All right, now that we have our little Texas two-step going on, take us inside, for lack of a cheesy line here, the Rockets' offense, their liftoff this season.
Yeah, I mean, you add Kevin Durant, suddenly the offense looks a lot better, but these last couple games, KD's been in a mini slump. Nothing to worry about, but it hasn't mattered. The Rockets have kept right on rolling, and that's been because of two young stars who are taking off. Talking about Amin Thompson and now Perkins Şengün. And Amin told me back in the Bahamas, even before camp started, KD said to the guys, hey, we need you young guys to be leaders. Don't just go looking to get me the ball. That's no way to play basketball. I'll let you know when I want it.
Yeah.
But you guys got to be aggressive. And that chemistry between Alfie and Amin, look out.
We've seen that on full display in the early goings of the season here. And then the Spurs, they have lost two straight. They've been subpar performances from Victor Wembanyama, at least by his standards. But tonight, he's facing one of his childhood idols in Kevin Durant. What have you heard about how he's thinking about this?
Well, look, I think he's probably thinking a lot more about what type of defense he's going to see, and also about dealing with Alfie Şengün on the other end. Alfie has given Wemby the business before.
The business.
On the NBA floor. So, he had a 46-point performance against him a couple years ago. That's not the kind of thing that Wemby forgets. But again, Wemby's in a little tough spot himself. They've hit a speed bump. Seeing that aggressive double-teaming type of defense, the physical defense, he's focused more on figuring out from a mental standpoint. Mitch Johnson and the coaches are encouraging him to be more physical, fight for early position, lower your shoulder, create contact, be aggressive.
Right, just because it's KD on the other side, that fundamental, that can't change for Victor Wembanyama. Thank you, Tim. See you in just a little bit. Let's see how Wemby has dealt with those double teams that Tim just mentioned. I got a double team over here. Richard Jefferson.
Oh, sorry, you guys couldn't see me behind
Perkins. Come on now, my man has come into the season
great.
trim here, Rich. Y'all, McMahon just talked about this, the double teams that Victor Wembanyama is facing. But check this out. The Rockets, the team that has double teamed the least this season when looking at opponents, right? So taking a look at this, Perk, Wemby has struggled there. Why is that?
Well, because one, he's averaging 25 points a game, and the motto is going to be, and Richard didn't heard this in the locker room, you're not going to be to someone else is. And so this area right here, he's being guarded by Jordan Goodwin. And look, the double team comes, they do a great job of reposting them, and then all of a sudden a trap comes, he has to make a hang time pass that leads into a he with us type shot, right? And then look right here, Marcus Smart, look at him doing this work early. The worst thing for a big is having a guard get into their legs. That's a pet peeve for a big. Now look, you already see Jackson Hayes is already over there, right? The trap is starting to come. So now he kicks it out, they repost, now the traps happen, and all of a sudden Marcus Smart, one of the high IQ guys defensively, baits Wemby into a foul. I hate this area for a post player. So now they're going to have to make an adjustment, put him at the free throw line so that he can't be doubled.
But that's typically not what the Houston Rockets do. They don't double a whole lot of guys right now. And let's just talk about how the Rockets have gotten it done offensively, though, because they're one of the best teams in the NBA right now. They're bigs. They've led them best rebounding percentage, the second most points per game. They also lead the league in three-point percentage at 43%. So, Richard, how does it look to you?
Well, to me, when you look at the depth that their team have, they do it with their defense. Their defense leads the offense. They are elite defensively. You talked about not doubling teaming many times. Do you know who doesn't? The Boston Celtics. You know who used to coach the Boston Celtics? Ime Udoka. So he has a high level of accountability. Then you have Perkins Şengün. He is one of the best passers in the game. They talk about Thompson not being able to shoot, but think about Jokic and Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon has improved, but you can put him on the dunker spot. Then you have a playmaker in the middle, but when you got weapons to the side of that, it becomes a problem on the offensive end.
And that's what we're seeing start to click here for the Houston Rockets. There's a lot to look forward to with these two teams, and it is an NBA Cup game. But since we were talking, gentlemen, about the San Antonio Spurs, we have some breaking news to get to right here on NBA Today. Let's welcome in our senior writer, Shams Charania. Shams, what do you have for us out of San Antonio?
Malika, sources tell me Spurs star guard DeiAaron Fox will make his season debut on Saturday night at home against the New Orleans Pelicans. And he's gone through his final workouts in preparation after rehabbing an offseason hamstring injury. But today's his ramp-up day for that Saturday debut. And Fox is the first of some returns here for the Spurs. Rookie guard Dylan Harper, as well as center Luke Cornett, are working their way back as well. So reinforcement and depth here will be on full display for the Spurs pretty soon. But even more critically now, potentially a long runway with Victor Wembanyama and Fox. Small sample size for them last season, only 5 games together, a total of 120 minutes. So seeing how Fox can carry that offensive burden with Wemby, because only 2 players in each of the last seasons have averaged 20 points, 5 assists, and at least 1 steal per game. Luka Doncic and DeiAaron Fox.
And now DeiAaron Fox joining on his way here to join Victor Wembanyama for the first time this season. Shams, thank you so much. It's not that often, right, that you get to acquire an all-NBA guard in November. So how will things change with DeiAaron back? That sounds like a question for Bobby Marks.
Well, I think when you look at it, Malika, and Richard did the game on Wednesday night against the Lakers here, when you have no DeiAaron Fox, it puts a lot of pressure on Stefan Castle here. So when you put Fox back in the lineup here, take Julian Champagne out, that certainly solidifies your starting 5 here, and it adds to your depth. Dylan Harper right now out with that injury. There are only 5 games, as Sham said, played together, and here's a couple plays that we're going to show. This is from the Wizards game last year. Make Victor a passer here. It's simple, give and go here. Remember, no Chris Paul, though. Right there, give and go, simple play here. The second play is, look how much attention is drawn to DeiAaron Fox here. And this is what's going to help Victor out from a spacing standpoint here. Right up top, 3 guys are coming to him. That opens it up for Victor. ISO one-on-one, probably an offensive foul there, but a simple layup there. That's what we didn't see in that Laker game on Wednesday night. 2 simple plays that DeiAaron Fox is certainly going to help with when he comes back.
Bobby's breakdown, I love it. He mentioned it, Rich. You were on the call for that game. How do you see Fox helping out, alleviating some of these issues that we've seen early for Wemby?
Well, you're adding an all-NBA guard. You can add DeiAaron Fox to any team on this league. It's going to make him better. They're just getting him, and obviously because of injuries last season, they didn't get an opportunity to play together. Think about pace downhill. So pace downhill, he's one of the fastest guards in the league. The defense flattens out. Now you throw it back to Wemby. Now he's got people closing at him. He's got shot selection.
Yeah.
If you look at in the slips and pick and rolls and post-up spaces, DeiAaron Fox is going to kill you if you don't give him multiple players that type of attention.
But he is a score-first point guard, so that's going to be a little interesting next to Wemby, no?
Yeah, he scored first, but Wemby's right there.
Yeah, but so is Jalen Brunson, and we saw how well him and Karl Anthony Towns did last year in the pick and roll. But shout out to D Fox. That was the old veteran trick right there.
Which one?
You know what I mean? Don't come back for Amen Thompson and the Rockets. Come back for the Pelicans.
I ain't saying it.
I'm just saying, we all done it. I done it, right? I ain't coming back for Shaq, but I'll come back for you. But here's the thing. I'm looking at, yes, DeiAaron Fox is a scorer, but I'm looking at when you talking about an all-NBA guard and an elite talent, one-of-one, a big man like Wemby, what comes to my mind? 2-man game. How that 2-man game is going to look, whether that's post cut, whether that's dribble handoff, whether that's pick and roll, pick and pop, because we know Wemby can shoot the 3. That's what I look at. But adding DeiAaron Fox is going to take so much pressure off of Wemby, and it's going to open up so many easy buckets.
Well, and look, there's a lot of pressure on Wemby now, the way defenses are selling out to stop him. And DeiAaron Fox is an experienced point guard, scorer, passer, he's all that. He is experienced. And the chess match that Wemby's struggling to figure out right now, he's going to help with that. He's going to help get them organized. He's going to help when, hey, you're putting 2 there. It's going to create advantages for him. And he's also going to take pressure off Stefan Castle, a rising young star, but not a pure point guard, leading the league in turnovers.
Right.
Now he can play his natural spot.
He's been good offensively this year, but yeah, turning the ball over 5-6 times a game.
Yeah, I don't want, if you're him, it's like somebody else he had Chris Paul and he had DeiAaron Fox last year. Now he doesn't have a true point guard on the team if you're talking about Castle. This is what I say. I believe DeiAaron Fox's first game, it was in Atlanta. Game winner. So DeiAaron Fox comes off left, Wemby slips out, he throws it to Wemby. that two-man game is going to be so hard. They ran it the very first time to win the game against Atlanta. The first time these guys were on the court, they ran a two-man game and got an open shot for Wemby, got fouled, ended up going shooting free throws.
Well, think about the easy looks for guys like Harrison Barnes when Dylan Harper get back. So you talk about the depth of the Spurs and the athleticism. Boy, they're going to be great because you got to worry about two in the open court. You got to worry about a 7-7 guy pushing the rock and getting downhill. And now you got to worry about DeiAaron Fox, who's one of the fastest guys in the NBA with the basketball.
The guy that's led the league in total blocks by far, 2 or more, is going to be blocking the ball to the fastest point guard possibly in the game. How is he going to help? Just off that number right there.
And he's going to be doing it for the very first time against the New Orleans, a world beater. Jalen Green made his Phoenix Suns debut and showed out with his new teammate Devin Booker. We should mention the Clippers were shorthanded. No James Harden.
You know, if this would be a game where you would want him to get through it, shoot all the balls you want, but he's just not in a flow.
Well, you know who was? The Phoenix Suns. This is the second quarter here. Devin Booker finds Jalen Green, knocks down the three. Perk.
That backcourt is real scary and it's underrated. Don't get him talked about enough because Jalen Green is just getting back.
Yep.
And now loving this play. The Suns go on to win this one 115-102. Jalen Green, he finished with 29 points. Here's Green on his connection. So our Michael Schwartz is a Suns fan, and he definitely researched this note for us. Green's 29 points are the second most in a Suns debut in franchise history, trailing only 37 points from Charles Barkley. He scored in 1992, and that one was also against the Clippers.
Yeah, look, Malik, I get it. The Suns won. Congratulations. They look good. But here's the thing, right? In the words of Don King, only in America do somebody like Lawrence Frank continues to get an opportunity and chance after chance after chance and continue to underdeliver and not leading this organization in the right direction. And here we are in a league where we watch this offseason, teams are getting more athletic, teams are getting younger. What did he go out and do? He went
Lawrence Frank,
Lawrence Frank,
president of the Clippers.
Yes, he goes out and he gets older, senior citizens. And on top of that, you have a guy who was knocking at the door last year of being an all-star, Norman Powell, who averaged 24 points. But he comes out this summer, Lawrence Frank, big old sales pitch on Bradley Beal. Oh, he could be one of the best elite defenders in the league. We got good, he's going to fit well in our offense. And he's been stinking it up. How many chances is this man going to continue to get to run an organization who, when they acquired Kawhi Leonard, was built on winning championships?
Bobby, remind us what the details of that trade were.
Yeah, it was a 3-team trade. Norm Powell went to Miami.
Right.
John Collins went to the Clippers. And Kevin Love and Kyle Anderson went to the Utah Jazz. And Norm Powell was in his last year's contract. And the big thing was the Clippers going to pay them? And obviously they weren't going to. And he gets shipped to Miami, and they get more size with John Collins. But that, through 9 or 10 games, has backfired on the Clippers right now, Richard.
Well, and that's what they were trying to say is like, hey, are we going to pay him all that money? Now, if I'm in Clipperland and I'm Powell, yes, you're going to pay me my money. I am a young kid. I am younger than all of your other stars. I'm going to be a future all-star when you look at Norman Powell. Yes, is he on the older side of his younger prime? But he has proven who he is. That's the scoring punch you needed when you were going to possibly miss time with Kawhi, when James Harden is a little bit older and more of a playmaker at this point. So to switch those two, John Collins, and then obviously with the idea that they were going to get Bradley Beal, I'm sorry, if you got the richest owner and there's obviously some things going on about how money is used in that organization, all I'm going to say is I'm not looking for a team-friendly deal. Pay me my money. So if that was their excuse, money, that's not about championship play.
I will say this, looking at this Clipper team through the first 2 weeks, it reminds me of a lot of the 2013 Brooklyn Nets team that I was part of, who on paper, going into the offseason, everybody predicted them to go far. And then when you start playing basketball, you look old and slow. And the one thing that the Clippers had last year was a defensive identity, ranking number 3 in defensive identity. Right now, I think they're 26.
And that was the biggest question that I asked when they went out and got all these old guys, when they re-signed James Harden, when they got Chris Paul. I said, who are going to be their elite defenders at the wing position? Yes, you have the guys done, but when you bring in this much personnel, somebody has to take a back seat, and obviously it's been him. And so, again, this is not Lawrence Frank, has the Clippers been relevant in getting regular season wins? Absolutely. But you don't go out and put up this whole campaign and what everybody was doing to get Kawhi Leonard just to win regular season
Are you
games.
pointing a baby hair brush at me?
Yeah, I was laying my baby hairs. I was laying my baby hairs down.
I think that health is a big piece of this, right, for the Clippers. They've been without Kawhi Leonard. He's been dealing with an ankle injury for the last couple of games, and it's going to be interesting to see if he's going to be able to give it a go this weekend. Because at first you thought, okay, maybe he just needed a little time. He looked great in some of that preseason action. You can catch the Suns and Clippers again tomorrow night on ESPN. It's at 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific. It's after college football. We'll be there with you, the NBA Countdown crew. Both are also available on the all-new ESPN app. To some news now in Miami. A fire has destroyed Erik Spoelstra's home, and the fire broke out early on Thursday morning when nobody was home. And as more than 20 units battled the blaze, Spoelstra, who had just landed after flying back from the Heat's Wednesday night game in Denver, he was seen walking the perimeter of the property. An investigation into what caused the fire is underway. That's what officials said. Now, Spoelstra will coach the Heat's game at home tonight against the Hornets, and he will speak for the first time since this tragedy prior to the game. We at NBA Today are sending all of our thoughts and our support to Coach Erik Spoelstra. Today, Big Three. The plays from opening night of tournament play. Coming in at number 3. This is Matas Buzelis.
Buzelis, that's my guy. That's my new favorite young player.
So Josh Giddey, who had a huge game, finds Buzelis for the two-handed slam.
You see the lane, he's dunking everything.
He go at people like he mad at them. Like he look at it, he disgusted.
Oh, and he's from the area too, so he gets to show out at home. How cool is that? Hey, coming in at number 2, let's check in on Ace Bailey. Kyle Anderson inbounds it to Ace Bailey for the jam.
I haven't seen a lot of those. You got to be real sleep on that backside.
Also, the courts are a little distracting, to be fair. Sometimes those are great there. That was impressive by Bailey.
We ran in high school.
Yeah, that's
all right, at
from out of
number
bounds.
1, we're going to give Kawhi some love.
Oh.
This is Pelicans Clippers. Final seconds, Kawhi Leonard with a buzzer beater to win it.
Travel, bucket.
Impressive shot there by Leonard.
Kawhi, you cold man, Kawhi.
We hope he gets back here soon because these are the highlights we love to watch. Now, the NBA Cup, it resumes tonight. 11 games on the schedule. So let's start with a little full court press here as we get some news in from around the association. Let's start with the Mavericks, who are facing the Grizzlies tonight. But Tim, it sounds like Dallas may be getting some reinforcements here. What you got?
Well, the hope is that Anthony Davis will make his return Saturday against the Wizards. He's been upgraded to doubtful for tonight in Memphis. Now, he's missed a little bit more than a week with that right calf strain. There is some concern internally about rushing back. Remember, he rushed back for his debut in Dallas, played 2 spectacular quarters, and then sat out 6 weeks after aggravating the adductor injury.
Okay, so some optimism that Anthony Davis could come back, but maybe conversations still happening within the organization. Tim, thank you so very much. Since it's the NBA Cup night, let's take a look at some more news from around the league with our reporters. We're going to welcome in our Jamal Collier, who tonight is covering the Milwaukee Bucks game. Jamal, what are you watching in this one?
Well, the Bulls have been off to such a fast start, Malika. And Matas Buzelis told me this morning that it's not magic. It's something that they've been building and working toward since the start of last year's training camp, when they committed to playing faster, playing more unselfish, built on ball movement. They've had to make personnel changes, right? Getting Josh Giddey in, getting players who fit that style. But the biggest thing for this Bulls team, as Billy Donovan said, is last year we started racing up and down the floor and playing with pace. But this year it's been about physicality, being more, not shying away from contact. And you've seen the players just get a lot more comfortable in that style. They really are playing to an identity, and it's led to this really fast start for this Bulls team tonight.
It's been certainly fun to watch them, Jamal. Thank you. I want to welcome in our Om Young Masuk now, who's in Orlando for this game. Om, let's check in on the Magic here. 3-5 is not necessarily the start that they were hoping for when they acquired Desmond Bane this summer. What are they saying about this start to the season?
Malika, Orlando went all in this summer on Desmond Bane, if you remember, giving up 4 unprotected first-round picks and a pick swap, not to mention Kentavious Caldwell-Pope and Cole Anthony for Desmond Bane, and he is shooting under 30% from 3. They are off to a slow start, but Bane said he told Jeff Weltman, hey, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if we get off to a little bit of a rocky start. And the reason why is everybody is trying to learn a little bit of a new way to play here in Orlando. Obviously, defense is their identity, but they're also trying to run and play up tempo, which they are doing so far at the start of the season. But Jamal Mosley wants them to run off of stops so that they can take advantage of their great defense. And sometimes they've lost that identity of defense. They've forgotten about that and try to run. Paolo, Desmond Bain, Franz are also trying to learn each other. And remember, last season, Paolo and Franz and Jalen Suggs only played a total of 97 minutes in 6 games due to injuries. They're all trying to mesh together here early in the season, and so far it's off to a slow start. But Desmond Bain is not worried about his shot. He knows it's going to come soon.
And in the East, maybe they have a little bit more time to figure those things out. Thank you. Finally, I want to check in with Anthony Slater. And Slater, you cover the Golden State Warriors for us primarily, but right now you are in Sacramento, where the Kings are taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder. And you saw something from the Thunder that may intrigue us. What's going on?
Yeah, Jalen Williams is behind me right now, wrapping up a decent intensity workout, I'd say, and that's notable because about a week ago, the Thunder announced he had a screw removed from his wrist that obviously he's coming back from, and he's still, announced out for at least about another week. But it's notable that he's out here, he's working out with pretty good intensity.
Full intensity workout or nearing that for Jalen Williams. Certainly, the Thunder have been rolling without him, and they'll be that much more potent when they get J-Dub back into the lineup. All right, let's talk about the Golden State Warriors here, because tonight, Golden State, they missed Steph Curry, they missed Jimmy Butler, they missed Draymond Green in their loss where you're standing right now to the Kings on Wednesday. Tonight they face the Denver Nuggets, but with who? Who's in, who's out?
Yeah, Steph Curry's out. He stayed back in the Bay Area. He's been really sick. This will be a second straight missed game for him. But Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green did make the trip, and the fact that they got on the plane, I think, is notable because that shows an intent to play. Jimmy Butler questionable. He's trying to loosen his back up, which he injured in the Pacers loss recently. And then Draymond Green's probable. It's clear, like I said, him being on the trip shows those two are trying to play, but there is a late addition to the injury report. Al Horford is questionable with foot soreness.
Okay, Al Horford, a late addition now to this injury report that is already piling up here for the Golden State Warriors, who will be without Steph Curry for this game against the Denver Nuggets. Slater, thank you. We always appreciate the time. The Warriors, they have been significantly better, of course, when Steph plays than when he doesn't over the last 6 seasons, as you can see here. So the Warriors, they have a tall task tonight without Steph. They're 1-4 on the road already. Richard, how concerning is this going into their 10th game of the season?
I am not concerned about the Warriors now. I am concerned about if they end up in that 6, 7, 8 spot.
Sure.
If they have a good seed and they are healthy, they can make a serious run. If they put themselves in that tough spot of that 6, 7, 8, and you're going against Denver, you're going against OKC, I know they're confident and they got champions and they believe they can do it, but that's what I worry about now when I see them missing games and guys kind of sliding down. If they're in that spot, that's going to be different.
Well, we didn't expect Jimmy, Steph, and Draymond, and even Al Horford to play 82 games. I don't even expect them to play close to 70 games, right? But this is now where the stage is set for the young guys and whether if they ready to dance or not. So I'm looking at a Jonathan Kuminga who's having a career year right now, 17.7 rebounds. Moses Moody, he's been playing exceptionally well. You have Pajemski. Now is those times where not only do you show it shows up for us your individual numbers, but those numbers got to have results into win.
Well, on the other side, the game that the Nuggets and the Warriors played to start the season, we were on that broadcast.
Yes.
Yeah, and it was awesome. That overtime game, it was absolutely electric. That's when Aaron Gordon had 51 points. They have been quietly dominating the season. It's behind Nikola Jokic, who's averaging a 24, 13, and 12 triple-double for the season. Is that the most impressive part for the Nuggets in this 5-2 start? Well, what are you looking at here, Tim?
Joker's always the most impressive part about the Nuggets, but he's playing the exact kind of basketball he wants to play. He doesn't want to have to average 30-plus points per game, right? He wants to facilitate. He wants to spread the ball around. He's trusting his teammates. He believes in his teammates. Field goal attempts down, assists up to a league-leading level. I talked to J.J. Barea, new Nuggets assistant coach. He said Joker's the best passer he's ever seen. Mi amigo Jose Juan played with Jason Kidd, played with Luka Doncic. So forget the best passing big man in NBA history. Best passer in the league, bar none right now.
Oh, he's definitely the best passer in the league. I'll push back a little bit on J. Kidd. I'll push back on a little bit. Sorry, big fella. But when I watch Jokic play and all of the things he can do, that's what makes it so difficult. But when their defense is both at an elite level, but then he has more talent. He has more talent around him, so he doesn't have to do more. I think Jamal Murray, while his numbers aren't like through the roof,
but he's had a better start to the season.
He's had a much better start to the season, and he said that he wanted to come in. He worked out, and mind you, he was coming off ACL. He missed multiple years. There were so many things that kind of affected his first few years. So for him to come out and say, I want to have an elite start to the season, and he's doing it, that's one of the things that opens it up for Jokic.
Aaron Gordon been balling. On top of that,
bear down.
Their depth, right? Like their depth. What they added, going back and get Bruce Brown, Valanciunas has been playing exceptionally well in his backup minutes. And then Tim Hardaway Jr., who don't get a lot of credit, and he's been coming in providing that space. And so, again, we're not worried about the Nuggets. They're going to continue to fly under the radar, win games, and we're going to look up in March for early April, and they're going to be a top 4 seed.
Those are the teams that, when we talked about Golden State, how worried are we? Yeah. I'm worried if Golden State has to play against them in the first round.
Sure.
I'm worried if Golden State has to play against OKC in the first round. If they're not, I'm less worried. If they are,
worry about if they got to play Houston.
They're still having to figure out the non-Jokic minute Rubik's Cube a little bit. Weeks into the season, and that's when we start to form opinions way too early, and they never last. So why don't we form some more? A little buy or sell. First up, we head across the street to Crypto.com Arena. That's where Luka's Lakers, they're 7-2, the second best record in the West. So Perk, are you buying or selling the Lakers as a top 3 seed?
I'm torn, but I'm going to lean towards buying. I'm buying for as the Lakers being the top 3 seed. Now, I will say this. Starting Saturday, they do have a road trip that's going to say a lot about them. I believe they got the Bucks on their road trip. And
OKC on that road trip?
on that road trip, but I'm buying because I got Luka as my MVP front runner.
But they start with Atlanta, so...
Jade, they should go look at the time arrivals for that road trip.
Let's get to the Pistons. They're firing all cylinders here. 6-2 record, good for second in the Eastern Conference. Bobby, you buying or selling them as a top 2 seed in the East?
Ooh, I am definitely buying. I thought we could have maybe talked about them.
You're buying?
I am buying Detroit. We talk about all the shiny toys, Atlanta and Orlando. Nobody talks about Detroit. Cade Cunningham, Jalen Duren, J.B. Bickerstaff, a defensive identity with this group.
I love it. Bobby Marks from the top rope. All right, moving on to Oklahoma City. That's where SGA and the Thunder, they're 8-1, on pace for 73 wins. So, Richard, are you buying or selling the Champs as a 70-win team?
Oh, I am selling them. I think that they are a high 60-win team. I think 67, 68. When you're trying to get to 70-plus, you are pushing that pedal a little too hard. Go win 68 and go back to that.
Oh, you going to go with your favorite number, 69.
6-7. 6-7.
Let's head to the great Northwest. That's where the Trailblazers are currently 5-3. Impressive wins. They beat the Thunder. They beat the Nuggets. They beat the Warriors. They beat the Lakers. Perk, do you buy or sell Portland as a playoff team?
I'm buying. Led by Drew Holiday right now. This team has an identity defensively. They're going to make the playoffs, but it's going to be through the play-in tournament. I love what Jeremy Grant has been bringing in off the bench. These boys are balling. They're coming to compete night in and night out. Shout out to Coach Tiago Splitter for having those guys ready.
I said they beat the Lakers. I don't think that's right. I think that was a close. Oh,
they did.
Oh, they beat them once and they lost him once. I was like, when was that? They're both good games, though. Portland to Philly. That's where the Sixers are 5-3. Tyrese Maxey averaging just over 33 a game, and BJ Edgecombe, early Rookie of the Year candidate. Bobby, you buying or selling the Sixers right now, making the playoffs?
Since we're in such a positive mood on Friday today, I'm going to say buy on Philadelphia.
Woo! Spending all our money.
The backcourt, as you mentioned, with Maxey and Edgecombe in the Eastern Conference.
I like that. All right. Well, today is the first Friday of November, so you know what that means.
What?
It's National Jersey Day for sports fans everywhere. Look at our wonderful staff.
Look at those guns. Everybody looking sharp.
Well, here in Los Angeles, our NBA Today staff showed up rocking some of their favorite jerseys here. And speaking of Philly, this weekend the Sixers, I see your handles, Deb. They will take us down memory lane. They're going to debut their Hardwood Classic Edition uniforms, which got Perk thinking, which is always dangerous. I think it's time for Big Perk's Big List.
Damn it, it's not your list. It's Big Perk's list. There's actually rules to this, okay? You will speak when spoken to. Give me some energy.
Bam.
That's it? Bam! 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 Put it up there. It's not your list. It's mine.
All right, Big Perk, the floor is yours. What big list do we got today?
Well, the floor is always mine. But first of all, hello, world. Now, look, it's rules to this, okay? You will speak when spoken to. Tim, this is your first time. You will bring the energy that is needed. Otherwise, you will not be invited back, okay? We coming in at number 5. Crank it off, Malika.
Bam!
There we go. Put it up there. Sean Kemp, Supersonics. Classic jersey. Richie, you mad about this?
No, I am not mad about that. The Rain Man, this was my first favorite dunker. When I was introduced to basketball, he was my
I'm just saying, that jersey with a white tee, with the blue jeans and some Air Force Ones, the white ones was killing it. Richie, where you at now? I need
All right, because I liked your first pick. Bam!
Yeah, Grandma.
Grandma,
Talk to me nice. Talk to me twice. Everybody was rocking this jersey. We saw the commercial, but it was making a statement. I used to wear it to the club when I was young. Real talk, I was making a statement with this jersey right here. Probably, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, doing big things.
Grandma.
You had the personality to go with it, so you wanted to rock it. Where you at, Bobby? Come on now. I need you in.
Bam! There we go.
It was,
okay.
That was different, but I like it. You got to put Kobe in there. Number 8, Kobe. Number 8, Kobe was just different, dog. I'm telling you, and that was the time when you had the crazy 8s. You know what I'm saying? With the Adidas, you could rock them with the pro models. However you wanted to rock it outside of basketball. Kobe Bean Bryant, number 8.
Ooh,
that's third on the
purple
list.
and gold.
Well, yeah, Tim, I need you right here. Give me some energy.
Bam! There we go.
It ain't my first rodeo party.
I like it. MJ, everybody and their mama had a Jordan jersey.
Yeah.
Everybody rocked one. No matter where you live, no matter where you stay, no matter if you was a fan of the Chicago Bulls or not, you had an MJ jersey with J's on your feet. He comes in at number 2 on my list. Now at number 1. Y'all ready for this?
Yeah, that's number 2. What's number 1?
Bam! Put it up there. Yeah, yours too. The McDonald's All-American jersey. For sure. I mean, hey, look, only a few that got that.
Oh.
We just saw Drake in it, selfie style. Look at young Perk. Hey, handsome.
You look like you had
the footwork with the
like you
turtle.
had 3 kids and a mortgage.
Go get it.
You look so old.
Go get
You
it.
look so old.
Now I look young.
Yeah.
Me, Leon. Yeah, so this is Big Perk's big list of all-time best jerseys since it's National Jersey Day. Now, you know what I'm saying? I got my family, so.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, Carter. Come on,
Carter.
Hey, look, he understands. It's no Richard Jefferson jersey, LeBron, Steph jersey in our house. The only jerseys in my house that you wear is who?
Well done there, Carter. Let's see the back one more time.
Let's see the back.
Yeah, there it is. Carter styling and profiling. All right, that's Perk's list. But Tim, I'm going to go to you first. Is it young Mr. Carter's jersey that's your favorite of all time?
I mean, listen, you got to go with that Denver Skittles skyline, the mountain. Come on now, that is pretty.
That Alex English?
Alex English.
Should have been a top 50, top 75.
Top 75 player. Mr. Marks, what about you?
Well, in honor of Mr. Jefferson appearing today, I always got Richard's back, and I'm going red, white, and
There we go. These are the best uniforms of all time.
Did you have his back when you traded him?
No,
I know.
Yeah,
Hey, I got him.
Look at that.
Look at him a ring in
You
Cleveland.
get to go from Dr. J to DC. Come on, those jerseys, those